All right, should be working now. I sympathy to audio. I don't see. Which is why.
Again, that's an opponent that the Bulls will see later in the second half. Those are games you're going to want to win, obviously. Games like tonight, games like what we saw Sunday. We mentioned Thunder are short-handed tonight, too. No Maisley, no Dort.
I'm trying to find this guest link. Guest link. Show me the guest link. Because I don't see it. Broadcast. I'm trying to see it. I'm trying to send it to you, John. I can't see it. The broadcast upload.
Career night. Bulls needed the biggest comeback in the season in the NBA that night to come all the way back to beat the Pistons, so you can't take that lightly. Monday night, number one team in the NBA. And the thing that I really look at is like how many games they have in the
I don't see it.
There's a lot of games compacted during that little 2 weeks since we started. There's two more projections. The Bulls are playing.
But you don't need that anymore.
They also do have a makeup game that could be played against Toronto as well. We put at 38 and 66. Not a lot of practice time, not a lot of rest time. A lot of games. Archie, the acting of this is Dapper fighting for the offensive rebound. And gets it to the rebound.
Oh, let me mute that.
He's out there with Arch, Makoko, Valentine.
Let me see.
To 102. Bulls go back at it tomorrow night against the Spurs. Zach Levine plays 31 minutes and scores 40 points for the third time this year. Only missed 5 shots. Only missed 5 shots. He was 15 of 20. 20 shots to get to 40 points. Jump shooting, rim attacking extravaganza. He's hit 15 threes in 2 games against what has been an improving Thunder defense tonight. He was able to get free. Back-to-back blowouts for the Bulls. Yeah. Good effort tonight. And another solid performance in a starting role. 17 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists for Thaddeus Young. Yeah, that's nice. Inside. He just missed the triple-double again. But I tell you what, you got him off to a great start with the passing. Good job again. 2 games in a row where they've gotten off to an amazing start to the first quarter, and that sets the tempo for the rest of the game. That's the hope that Billy Donovan had when he decided to make this shift to Young in the starting lineup.
Wait, John, I sent the cameo to you. You can join for free. Don't see where to click. It should be at the bottom. Should be a cameo, a button to press right at the bottom of the screen. At least that's how it's supposed to be. Oh, I see it, John. John, never mind. I see it, John. I see it. I got you. I see it. All right, I sent you the invite, John.
For me, it's just about being consistent. I think that's been like the highlight. Being consistent each and every game and keeping the coaches and my teammates.
Kick me out of my home.
They know they can get out each and every night. Damn, I just want to ask you one question. When is it you going to get a trip?
Well, we saw a Bulls victory while I'm sitting here trying to figure this out. Like a man. What's up, John?
We did it.
We did do it.
We get to talk about a victory.
We do. We get to talk about one to all three of our viewers.
This was a Bulls smackdown.
Hey, smack dizown.
No Matt. Kids are running this. This is Camp Nowhere.
All right, well, let's do a show. Hello. Hi. What's up? How y'all doing? Welcome to the Stretch Forward with the Bulls Outcasts. Matt is out. Big Dave is hosting. My man John Sabine is over there also with us. Another Bulls victory. We are excited about it. We're going to talk about it, man. I don't even know where to start, but I guess I'll start with Zach LaVine being awesome and being great and being phenomenal. The dude had 40 points in 3 quarters. I don't even remember what he ended up with, but I'm going to look that up. But, I mean, I don't know
40
what to say.
points.
He ended up with 40, so he didn't. Oh,
yeah.
That's what I like. You know what? I like that. That means it was a blowout. So, yeah, Zach LaVine was amazing. I mean, he did it on, 20 shots. He was 15 of 20 shooting.
That's insane.
And he was 7 of 12 from the three-point line. 40 points, a couple rebounds and assists, whatever. But, man, he was phenomenal, John. Like, he was just a star, an all-star tonight.
He was an all-star. And he took, 6 shots the first game with the lineup change?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, this is different. He came back in the form.
Yeah.
But I love seeing Lowry. This made sense to me. Our starters put up numbers, and our bench were there to help. And I think Lowry had 22. Sato had double digits and 8 assists. Thad Young had 17 and 9 or something. Like, it just made sense.
Yeah.
And I feel like, and Wendell 9 and 9. Thank you. That's all I ask. That's all we need is 9 and 9.
That's it. He is. Yeah. Go ahead, please.
9 rebounds. Like, if you can get 9 to 10, like, that's big.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so Kobe, I don't know. This made sense to me. Again, I don't think this Thunder team, sans Dort, the greatest player of all time, the greatest non-Luka player in the world,
okay,
Lagoon's Dort.
You're not biased at all.
I love Dort. He only goes 100 miles an hour. He's built like a linebacker. He's French. He knows French. He's undrafted. So I don't know. But hey, this is a team that beat the Mavs 2 games ago. Like,
true.
And so I think we need to make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to. We don't have to be short-sighted and like not trade anyone because we're in the playoffs. But like, that's in the play-in tournament. Let's go. Let's do this. We've got talent, and I think it's very fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it was just different just from the start of the game. Just when they started out 8-2. When's the last time you've seen a team called an early timeout because of what the Bulls are doing? It's been a very long time because of that. And it was a Zach LaVine alley-oop. Like, when's the last time you've seen that? It's been a long time for all of these things. Well, I watched Lowry Markin and finally make a dunk over somebody. And I lost my mind. Like, he usually goes up with those dunks and just throws it at the backboard and nothing happens. But this time he went up, dunked it, stared a guy down, was tough, inside, finished with 22 and 5, which is great. And I mean, it was just awesome. Like, everybody everything looked right, you know. And again, credit to Sato, credit to Thad Young, came in and righted that ship and got the ball movement going. And it's just been fun to watch, man. Like, it was just fun. That first quarter was great, and you just thought it was going to be a blowout. But, you know, OKC made the comeback because they're good, like you say it. But the Bulls are like, hey, we're better than them in the second half. We got Zach LaVine. They don't have Dort. Let's go ahead and ride him out. And then he just went and said, yeah, I'm great, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And it was just great, man. It was just all-around great game. The best 2 games that I've seen the Bulls play all season.
So do you think that's because of the lineup change directly? It'd be hard to say no, I think.
Yeah, it's very hard to say. It's extremely hard to say no. It's obviously, yes, that's the reason. Because, I mean, you could look strictly at Sato. Let's start with him. Like, just look at the ball movement that started occurring immediately and how guys kind of fell into their positions. I tell you this all the time. I love point guard. It's my favorite position in the NBA because when you have great ones, they remove thinking. And you don't see guys thinking out there. All you just saw was reactionary, and that was what was happening. And so I'm going to give that to Sato, and I'm going to give it to Thad because Thad is out there almost getting triple-doubles. Did you see the behind-the-back pass he threw? When he was in the lane, he threw it behind the back to Zach, and Zach hit that 3. Dude, like, it's both of them. It's Sato and Young. The offices of Sato and Young. Like, it's both of them doing this.
And it should be fun. And basketball is the best when it's a unit moving as one unit. You know, when it's 5 individuals moving as one. That's why it's the best. That's why it's the best sport. Mm-hmm. There's no goalie. Like, you know, there's no different rules for different players.
0-0 tie.
Yes, like there's no like only the quarterback can touch it or the pitcher can touch the ball. Everyone can touch the ball. Like, it's the only democratic sport. Like, and that's when it's at its best. And we still don't even like if Sato's our point. Like, look what we're doing with Sato.
Look what we're doing.
Like, imagine if we had a like De'Aaron Fox isn't an all-star. Markelle Fultz isn't an all-star. You know what I mean? Like, imagine RJ Barrett. Like, these people are much better than Sato.
Yes.
And I think these players, especially Lowry, needs a point guard.
Yes, John.
Power forwards need a point guard. They just do. Like, it's not an accident that Kevin Garnett's best year in Minnesota was with Sam Cassell. You know, like Tim Duncan had Tony. You know, Dirk had those dry years after Nash, and then he got kicked. Like, you need these. You need this. Weberton was only good with Bibby. You know, like, you need these guys. Like, they need, and so I just, can you imagine? And I do feel like point guards are around, and you can get a point guard. And I'm excited. That I do think that's the one thing we haven't seen since Rose.
You're absolutely right, John. And that was one of the reasons I remember when Sato got here, how excited we were. And I kept making the point because, oh man, Sato finds guys when they cut, and Lowry likes to cut. And so, you know, he should be able to find him easier, you know, like that. And for some reason, it just didn't work out. And well, obviously, because, you know, it was a terrible scheme. But the scheme that they're running now frees so many things up, and Lowry is just not camped out behind the 3-point line anymore. He has a point guard who's removing thinking, so he's making a move. He knows somebody is seeing him, and so he knows it's reactionary. He knows somebody's actually paying attention to him. See, basketball players, like, I can't think of a better word to say it, so I'll just say that they have a sensitive nature about them where you've got to notice that they're doing something well. And that's what great point guards always do. They notice, like, I see you doing something, and I promise I'm going to reward you. Don't you worry about it. They have to be rewarded. You got to be seen and you got to be rewarded. So these guys are being seen and they're being rewarded. I mean, I didn't think Sato could score you over 10 points a game, which is one of the reasons I didn't want him starting, because I didn't think he could do that for you. My man had 13 and 7. You're going to give me 13 and 7 every night? Bet. Like, yes, fine. I will leave it alone. I'll take it all day. You're the one then. If you're going to give me those now the numbers, man.
We'll take it. We will take it. Lakina says, gentlemen, this was the type of performance I needed after the Bears news. It's a piggyback off that. Adam says, John, your thoughts on Andy Dalton?
That's all they want to talk about. The Bulls win, and we want to talk about the Bears quarterback. I love it.
I mean, I love Chicago. Chicago is just like ripe gluttons for punishment.
Yes.
Nothing can be too good here.
Safe word is pain.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's so funny. The Andy Dalton news would not be news if it wasn't for the Russell Wilson week beforehand.
Yeah.
It is Shark Week, and then we're like, we're going to talk about trees. Like, You're like, I thought I was gonna watch sharks. Like, no, look at this tree. Like, you're like, the Discovery Channel. Like, you told me it was Shark Week. Like,
Dude, I didn't believe it from the beginning, John.
I
I didn't buy any stock in it.
Well, you were smart because you were like, I'll be hurt. I'll be hurt.
No, yeah, I'll be hurt. And plus, I know with this team. And I was like, there's no way they would do something like that. I just didn't believe
was
it.
like, his wife, Ciara, wants like a big, like, they got airports everywhere. Like,
yeah, everywhere.
She doesn't need a city.
Right.
That's crazy.
John rides with that all day. But I don't know. They might need a city because they might be more comfortable in a bigger city, like where they got to plant roots for their kids and stuff like that.
They need a coast. No one needs a city. People need a coast.
Okay.
That's the 21st century. No one needs a city.
Adam says, no offense, Dave. I love you so much. I just hate John. Well,
honestly, I mean, you have Andy Dalton on your team now, and I don't. So I don't know why. I don't know what I did. I got Dak Prescott. Have fun.
Right. Dang it. Oh, man. All right, let me talk. Let me
5 or 6
talk real
Super Bowls.
Let me talk real quick. We touched on him earlier, and that's Wendell Carter Jr. John, your boy is a revelation off the bench. Something I was screaming for last year, and people lost their minds when I said it. I was like, he's better off the bench because he can dominate smaller guys. And he don't have to think, no, he's this, he's got to start, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, why can't you just try it and see if it works? Like, this is not a
where the Gafford stands at.
But yeah, John, you have to be pleased at this output that he's putting out now off the bench.
Thrilled because we weren't rooting against him.
Right.
We said we think he's PJ Brown, and people thought that was a slander. And we said, no, that guy's good. Yeah. That guy's a champion. Like that. We should hope to be PJ Brown. PJ Brown was a lottery pick.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yes, absolutely right.
Like, this is not slander. Like, it's like, oh, our 6'9" center who can't catch the ball and can't jump or shoot. Yeah, maybe he's the backup. And guess what? He's thriving.
Yeah.
You put him in positions to fail, and he failed, and then we were shocked.
Mm-hmm.
It's great to see, and it's the 9 rebounds.
Yeah. It's the confidence that he looks like, and he just doesn't look the same. Because I remember we were in the text chat talking with Bulldog, and you were like, those first 3 possessions off the bench he had last game. You were like, that's the best 3 possessions I've seen him of all season.
And I stand by that.
And when Bulldog was like Philly, I was like, no, John's right. Like,
I think you're right. I'm glad you're back because the variety.
Yes. The variety, the confidence, and the assuredness that he played with. That's what made it the best. It didn't feel fluky. Like when we saw it in Philly, it was like, well, all right, Wendell. Yeah, all right. Wow, I can't believe that went in. Announcers were shocked. We saw this. He played like, dude, I'm supposed to be doing this.
Yes.
Like, how I don't know if y'all have noticed, like his brain has clicked. Like it just turned on and said, oh, I'm playing basketball. Oh, that's what I've been doing wrong. I've been playing soccer. I'm playing basketball. Yes. That's my mistake. Oh, I know what to do now. He's doing basketball stuff out here that he was not doing in the starting lineup. He's not comfortable starting. He might be soon enough or whatever, but as of right now, he's just not. Let him be on the bench. It's okay. He's playing well. 9 points, 9 rebounds, and they were impactful, and that's the key of it.
Yes, like he's smaller than starters. I truly think it's that simple. Like he's just smaller. Like, and then if you hold him back a grade, oh, he's amazing. Like that's all it is. Like we've all been there. Yes. Like, and you're right that he's not doing calculations in his set anymore. He's just playing. And and you can't do calculations because they move so fast in the NBA. Like the good thing about Kobe White is that he does no calculations. Yes. And some people don't like that, but I'm like, he'll be fine. Like he'll be fine.
Just addition, simple addition.
It's all field.
Yep. Colin says Sato is one of the top 5 backup point guards in the league. Makina says Wendell's a bench guy. It works. Colin says, is Wendell a poor man's Thad, but maybe eventually as good or better?
Yeah, 100%. And because I think he's going to be able to shoot. He's going to be able to pass better. He won't ever be like Jokic, but he's going to be able to shoot because like Brooke Lopez, like Vince Carter became like a top 10 3-point shooter. Jason Kidd is like 5th all time. Asen Kidd is 3rd all time in threes. Like Brooke Lopez was one of the best 3-point shooters for a year. Like he'll be able to do it because he has coordination and he'll play a lot and like he'll have to. Like he'll have to get better at it.
Yeah. And also, guys, just to let you guys know in the chat, I have removed the price to join us on Cameo because of all the craziness it was to set this up to get on here. So we weren't able to do the stretch 4 with you guys. So if you want to come on right now with Cameo with us, it's free.
Yeah, but not Adam.
But not Adam. Everybody but Adam.
He's been like super mean.
Yeah,
so, like,
and we still don't know why.
But he's still spending his time watching this on
Well, that's because he loves me. That's
he can't. Yeah, but if he hates me this much, he can't love me that much. Anyway,
what's stronger? I wonder what's stronger, your love for me or your hatred for John? Because I think your hatred
for you.
I like hatred for you.
I don't garner hatred, but you garner love. Like I would say, your love is strong. I love. Yeah, love is always stronger than hate, Dave.
This is true.
You should know this more than anyone.
Do I?
So who do we play? Who do we play on Wednesday?
We play the San Antonio Spurs on Wednesday.
Oh, it's a must win. That's a must win right there.
Yeah, that's a big one. I mean, LaMarcus Aldridge is not going to be there, obviously, because he was bought out. So yeah, that's a game that you look at after watching the way they played these 2 games, and you're like, yeah, they can pull this one out too. Yeah, we can get this victory also. It's not like the Spurs are world beaters to me anymore in my head, you know?
I 100% agree with that. And I do believe that we now need to start winning some games.
Yes.
Because after that All-Star break, we lost games. And we need to playing tournament is fine for me. Like, I think that's going to be fun. I'm really excited to see how that plays out this year and affects things. Mm-hmm. And I'm happy with that. That is, but if it's 11th, I'm tremendously disappointed in this team.
Yeah. And Lakina says, and DeRozan is out also.
DeMar DeRozan. Oh, yeah, he went to his dad's funeral.
That's so sad. Yeah, that is sad. Yeah.
That's so sad.
Yeah,
but, like, San Antonio just is a team that just, like, well, it's COVID. They will not go away.
Yeah.
They
plug and play. Yeah, they plug and play. And this guys,
they're unbelievable. And Pop's got long hair looking like Raiden.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy. So the person that has they're just, again, small sample size, is Kobe White off the bench.
Yeah. Yes.
We still have not seen you think could be a 20-point game scorer off the bench. And how much did he have last? I don't think he had 20 last game.
No, he didn't have that last game, but he struggled this game. I think he had 10 points or something like that last game.
Yeah. And I still think we can. And once that happens, it feels like we can hang with any team.
Yes, that's a great point. And what it is, and again, I think we all saw that, in Kobe about how he was offensively, like getting hot, getting cold, those things like that. We all kind of saw that in his game. And it's better for him, to be on the bench.
Thank you, Stephen. 13.
Yes. Thank you, Steph. It's better for him to be on the bench, having that kind of game that he has. It's just I didn't know Saddle would be scoring 13 and then supplementing, that kind of scoring. So the fact that that's happening now Kobe can work on those things because Kobe's used to coming off the bench. You got to remember he was off the bench his rookie year. Like it wasn't like he started. Yep. So he was off the bench.
We know. Remember, he would have like 30-point games and we'd be losing and he'd be like, start. He's like, nah, the system works. Right. It works.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Like
and then he started one game and then the season was canceled.
The season was canceled.
Then he was like, I told you.
Right. I started one game, man. And the season was canceled. Oh, that dude was an idiot.
Do you think anything will happen for the trade deadline?
Yes. It's the NBA, man.
For the Bulls.
Oh, for the Bulls. Oh, that I don't know. I can't speculate. And obviously the way they're playing now lends itself to them standing pat and not doing anything, And it's not like they were just out of the playoff race, even when they lost those 2 games. They were still like 10th. They were still in it. You know what I mean? Like, even with that, they were like a game. When they went to 12 after they beat the Heat, they still were a game out of the 8th seed. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't just like, detrimental or something right now. Like, it's, it's not like it's your conference over there in the West. So it's okay for them to be, struggling and looking like that because they're still going to be in the race. But now they're putting it together. And you're right, John, what you said. This is a must win because, again, Zach LaVine has never won 4 games in a row ever in his career. ever. It has never happened.
Crazy.
It's insane. We got to get that.
Crazy. We got to get that.
Got to get that, man. And this is a perfect time as any. It's the best day of look. It's the best they play. I'm enjoying watching it. Like, I couldn't wait to come on here and get this done and talk to you about it because I was excited to talk Bulls basketball because we look good. It's not fluke win. When I saw
Zach LaVine at 40, I looked down and I was like, oh, I can't wait for this. I cannot wait. I had friends texting me who aren't Bulls fans like, LaVine's going off. Like, it's like, and that's what I've been waiting is I've been waiting for the LaVine League Pass alert. That's something he really hasn't had. Even in that Charlotte Hornets game, that flurry of threes happened so less quickly, like you weren't able to switch to it because also you'd have to find where to get the Charlotte Hornets games back then. It's true. There's no way, but I'm waiting for the 50 spot from him. Yeah. I'm waiting for it.
Your friend Adam says, John, I will give you $100 if you shave half your beard like you wear one half glove. He can't shave the beard.
I can't shave the beard. Are you kidding me?
You kidding me, man? That's cool, Jesus.
Adam,
right there.
Adam, you don't have $100. This is what you're doing with your free time. You don't have $100.
See what it says. Yes, 2-0 with the new lineup. Not that Matt says, can we vote Adam off the island?
No. You need
Locke, man. Everybody needs John Locke. You know what I mean? You need a John Locke.
How dare you? John Locke stands for something.
Yeah, but he had to stay.
I mean, poor choice of words. He did not stand for something for a while. He sat for a lot.
Oh,
man. But let's go back 2-0 with the new lineup. That's not inconsequential.
Yeah.
That matters.
It matters. And I don't care that it was against, you know what I'm saying, people like, oh, lesser opponents and whatever like that.
We're lesser opponents.
Thank you, John. I was just about to say that. Y'all act like we were up here.
People think that about us.
In games. They look at us as lunch when they come up in here, man. So but I don't like that kind of mindset. And because it's not the fact that they're winning, it's how they're doing it too. Like you see the smoothness, man. You see how smooth it is. And the turnovers. Oh my gosh. The turnovers, man. It was null and void, pretty much. They finished with a total of 11 turnovers. 11.
That's amazing.
Oh my gosh, man. Come on, man. We had games we saw guys get 7 in a game. Now they're down to 11 turnovers for a team. Awesome, man. Awesome. So it's the way that they're winning and the way that they're doing it. They're learning how to walk, and it feels good to do that, man. AK has got to be excited. He's got to be excited.
In the starting lineup, Lowry seems to be doing well.
Yes.
It makes sense for him.
Yeah. It feels good for Lowry, man. Like how good. I wish I could tell you how good I felt watching him make that dunk. And then after that dunk, go down on the other end and block a shot. I was like, yes, thank you. I was on the island just sipping Mai Tais, having a great time watching my main man do that, man. He looks comfortable. And everything you said earlier is correct. Like having a point guard out there changes how he plays. He under teams and guys like that. And I didn't think of that, John, until you were saying it about all those, power forwards and the point guards that they had. Because to be that tall and not need a point guard, that's some unicorn stuff. Like you got to be like Kevin Durant, and even he had Russell Westbrook, and even he had Steph Curry.
Now he has 2.
Right, yeah, 2, and he had Harden coming off the bench. So, and now he's got Kyrie Irving, and he's got James Harden. So it's not like he's been without great point guards, and he doesn't really need them, but still has them. You know what I'm saying? Like because when you're 7 feet. Yeah, John, you're right. When you're a big
Kevin
man,
Durant got Rondo. When Kevin Durant had Troy Hudson, he wouldn't get out of the first round.
Yes.
When it was Jason Williams and not Mike Bibby, the Kings weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
Like, and we like Jason Williams, but he wasn't a point guard. Like, I just think you need it. Like, I just think you have to have, like, the Lakers were the one exception, right? With Pau Gasol and Kobe. Like, but that's
Derek
it.
Fisher, he wasn't no great one, but
he was pretty good, right?
Derek Fisher was pretty good, man. He wasn't trash. C. Winston says, I think it benefits Wendell Carter. He gets more touches off the bench, and it adds stability to the starters. Yeah, like you have to agree. Out of the way. Like he's out of the way. Like, and Thad Young knows his IQ is always on full display when he's out there. He knows how to maneuver and sneak points. He's 6'7", playing center, and is still sneaking points out there. That's the kind of stuff I was talking about. When you're going to be that size, you got to be special. And what's special about that is his IQ. Like, watching what he does and watching his passing, 17, 9, and 6 at center, like 17, 9, and 6. And I think it was you, John, who was talking about his shot and how it looks and how it goes.
It's iconic. It's iconic. I think it built the statue. Like, I love it. and when he's his height, Lowry plays a little bigger.
Yes,
he's like he kind of has to. Like,
excellent point. No,
you put him in a position to get more rebounds. Like,
yes, yeah.
He clogs the guy out there.
He clogs the paint.
I love Billy Donovan. How much do you love Billy Donovan?
I love him a lot.
The honeymoon is still going.
Yeah. Well, we're still in Cabo. Like, the honeymoon is still on, man. Are you kidding me? Like, I love him so much, John. Like, he's honest with these guys. He's honest with the media. I'm not saying he gives you everything. Obviously, nobody does. But he's very straight up, with what he says to these players, which is awesome to hear. And his demeanor doesn't change, whether they win or they lose. He's even killed the entire time. And he just drops jewels all the time when he's playing, man. Like, it's always a jewel with him and something great that he has to say. And of course, John, I keep saying a million times, the fact that he's not beholden to any lineup just makes my heart smile. He doesn't care. Everybody's gotten a shot. There's not a person in Bulls Nation hasn't seen the lineup or the player that they wanted in the position.
Luke Cornett had a minute.
Yeah, right. Felicio had a shot.
Yep.
Like, dude, he's been great. Yeah, he's been great, John. How you feel about him?
I think he's fantastic. And again, we have recency bias. We had a boyfriend who was like stealing from us and doing meth and lighting our house on fire. And we're like, he showed up to my sister's wedding in a tie. He's amazing. Like, so like we have no matter what Billy Donovan did, if he was just a human being, we're like greatest coach ever.
Yeah.
I really like him. He seems like I see these players play better. They're playing better, and he puts them in, again, positions to not fail.
Yes.
And that's where we're like winning timeouts when they're supposed to be. Good lineups. It's not working. Let's switch it up. Not a detriment. Let me glow you up. I'm not going to say you need to do better. Like when he defended Kobe and Wendell, like I'm just moving to the bench. Who get like this is we're switching up. Like that's it. It wasn't like they need to learn. One day they'll find out. Like it was just really nice, and he feels like a real coach, and they paid him like a real coach, and I love it. It's like it feels good. It just feels good.
Feels good, man. It feels right. Like when you hear him and you just the way he says things. And you're right. I made that analogy earlier in the season, John, that he's like that stepdad, after dealing with an abusive father all that time. And so the team was still in that period of flinching, like when he comes in for a hug, they're still like,
PTSD. Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's like, no, it's okay. I just want to hug you. Tell you you're doing a good job.
You don't have to call me dad. You can call me Bill. I'm not here to replace.
Yes.
I think we should close on this. Colin says, when do we start saying best coach since Phil and not that Matt says now? What do you think?
Wow. No, he's not the best coach since Phil. Phibbs is the best coach since Phil. You have to do something here. All right. Like before you can start heaping that kind of stuff on people, you have to do something. I thought Phibbs should have been coach of the year 4 out of the 5 years he was there.
He was really good. He was really, if you look at the records too, you forget like, oh, you were first when LeBron was around. That's crazy to me.
That's insane, ain't it? Yes.
That's crazy, right? Like that's crazy.
Yes. All right. Well, we'll get out of here on that note. Thank y'all for hanging out with us, man. Thank you for watching us. You can catch this. This will be a podcast on the BAWL Sports podcast feed, and also watch us there on the BAWL Sports YouTube and Facebook Live pages. And also, quick plug, check out the podcast I just did. My man Chris and I just did with Joe Cowley. Part 1 is out now. If you want to hear some Jim Boylan stories that you didn't hear, like stuff I did not know, like Jim Boylan had a lawsuit against this dude. I had no idea that was going on. Yeah, you might want to check this out and listen to this, man. So as a part 1, part 2 will be out Thursday. I think you guys will really, really enjoy it. Joe Cowley kind of shows another side to himself, man. And you might come away liking him. So who knows, man. But
awesome.
That's my man, John. You can follow him on Twitter at jsabine214. Check him out. He's awesome. He does Velveeta. Twitter. He's a legend. He's kind of a star. That's how he does it.
I mean, we can't get higher than that.
Shout out to Matt, man. We'll catch you next time, my bro.
Stay warm, Matt.
Stay warm, baby.
Thanks for watching, you guys.
Peace.